When I was a kid, I started my lifelong fascination with hi-fi and music listening with hand-me-downs from my dad that included tube amps, along with tube tuners, and even a tube reel-to-reel. I transitioned to solid-state stereo, but I always wanted to get back to a tube power amp, but I just couldn't justify the expense. In 2019, I finally decided to take the plunge. After some research, I found the Dynaco ST-70 Series 3. It's the reimagining of the original and very popular ST-70. The new Series 3 design was by Radial Engineering Limited, a Canadian company known mostly for manufacturing professional audio. Radial had acquired the Dynaco and Hafler brand names. The ST-70 Series 3 is a Class AB quad triode design. It's rated at 35 watts per channel and to 4 or 8 ohms. It features 4 EL34 output tubes and 4 12AU7 driver tubes. The original ST-70 featured a rectifier tube, but the Series 3 uses a solid-state rectifier as well as military-grade circuit boards instead of point-to-point wiring. The output transformers are custom wound to the designer's specifications. It came equipped with JJ Electronics brand tubes, burned in before shipping. There are several reviews online that will give you more detail into the circuit design and build. I purchased my amp directly from Radial in 2019. It originally listed for $3,000 US, but I got it for $1,500. I assume they are trying to sell off any remaining inventory as Radial was purchased and the new owner killed the Dynaco line. I decided to make this video because I only found one YouTube video on the ST-70 Series 3 posted by Sound Vision magazine. I assume it's from a trade show and there's no other information aside from the filmed images. However, in the comments section, D.M. Fraser, the ST-70 series designer, writes that only 50 units were made and that the original price was too high. He goes on to say that part of the problem is that the beautiful curved top cover was responsible for about $850 of the $3,000 suggested retail price. When I received my unit, it was double boxed and all the tubes were installed. Once I unpacked and integrated it into my system, I was disappointed that one channel did not function. After troubleshooting the cabling and swapping the tubes, Radial paid for the round-trip shipping to fix the unit. After 30 days, it was returned with both channels functioning. The ST-70 Series 3 is an attractive unit with or without the cover. The front panel controls include individual bias trims for each output tube. Equal brightness on the two LEDs indicates proper bias. One issue I had was that the bias on the right rear tube was slow to stabilize when compared to the other tubes. Although set properly, the two LEDs' brightness did not match until the unit was warmed up, typically after 15 to 20 minutes. All the other indicators were stable within a minute or two of power on. Whether this was an issue with the LED indicators or an actual bias problem, I didn't know, so I sent it back again. They didn't really fix it, but once warmed up, the bias remains properly indicated, so I decided to live with it. There are two gain potentiometers for left and right that I leave in the max position. There is also a 3-position high-pass switch with 2 roll-offs. On the rear are left and right 5-way speaker binding posts with channel-independent 4 and 8 ohm switching. My Polk RTA 12Bs are 4 ohms. There's left and right RCA inputs, a voltage selector, and a power switch. I find it most inconvenient to have the power switch on the rear. The unit comes with an individual product report showing flat response from 10 to 20,000 Hz and a total harmonic distortion graph showing 0.03 THD at 1 watt. How does it sound? Of course, I can't demonstrate how it sounds in this video, but I think it sounds great after 30 minutes warm-up. It sounds good almost immediately at moderate volumes. My wife prefers the sound of my Macintosh MC2105, but I think they just sound different. The Dynaco is warmer and more reserved, while the Macintosh is brighter and, of course, more than twice as powerful. In conclusion, I'd have to say I'm very pleased with my ST-70 Series 3 purchase. I'd love to hear from other owners in the comments section. Thank you for watching.